So I was in a drive-through, and I told him, "Can I get a like?"
Literally?
Literally.
And what did they say?
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Please leave.
Get out of my drive-thru. I think that was me taking your order, and I said, "This is Jamie."
So put it under Vic's name.
Vic's name, and we're coming at you with the worldwide famous literally podcast
On the road. Through the drive-through.
Through the drive-through. We are currently recording this waiting in the Wendy's drive. No, that's not true. That's not true.
It's the McDonald's drive-through.
Yes, obviously everyone knew that.
I'm Vic, by the way.
That's what it said on the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
Your receipt.
It did tell me my name.
And I put down order taken by Jamie.
Or Jamie. Either Vic or Jamie can pick up this box.
Yeah.
This Whopper.
We are going to talk about the finale of charity season of The Bachelorette. Maybe preview the next season of The Bachelor. Maybe even just a little bit Golden Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise. We got a lot of
bachelors.
A lot of bachelors that we need to talk about. I feel like we should tell you where you can listen to us other than whatever you're listening to.
Oh, yes,
because you're obviously not happy with what you're listening to us on right now.
You need somewhere better.
You need somewhere
we
better.
We have those places.
We are on YouTube, literally one word, because I don't want to. I don't have good grammar. I don't like to space my words out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes it messy.
Yeah,
it's nice just to have one
word vomit is how it's supposed to go. All right, what else? Apple Podcast,
the Apple Cast,
Google
Cast,
Podcast,
yes,
Podbean. If you know what that is,
we are on. We
there. Salute you.
Yes, you get bonus points.
Spotify, we're pretty cool. We're hip. Mm-hmm. We're modern. We're on the Spotify too.
We're on the spot.
We are. We're on the spot. Is there anything you would like to address before we talk about this episode? A 3-hour-long finale. So this episode of the podcast is only going to be 4 hours. So no worries.
Yeah, we'll just get right to the end. It'll only be a 10-minute episode.
Yeah.
Where we just talk about the end.
Man. Yeah, I don't have anything going on.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the episode.
Let's ep it up.
A little hot start. Pick up with Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. Halfway through that episode, I forgot Aaron was there in the first part. Shout out to Aaron, I guess. I don't know. He took a risk. He was there.
Mm-hmm. He did it for the boys back at home.
She felt... It was very funny, first of all. It's like starting with her talking about like Aaron's here and I'm so happy to see him. With like a really sad look on her face. I'm like, yeah, it sure seems like it. Wow.
Like, wow, I'm shocked.
She, almost like inconvenience.
I know,
like, dude,
yeah.
Get out of here. But when speaking to him, she said she felt like she owed him the time, like of him coming all the way out there. So she invites him to dinner and to like hang out in her room. I don't know. Was that with how things played out?
I feel like that was a bit much. It was giving him too much attention for her to then just like boot him out.
Yeah, I mean, retrospectively, I don't know. Like, although I guess it would have been super mean for him to like come out and be like, "Hey, like,
please fly back."
And she's just like, "Get out of here, dude." I mean, I guess it's just the nice thing. But so when they talk, they had a nice conversation, I guess. The only thing I put down was Aaron asked if she has any like insecurities about the like process of the show, and she's just like, "Yeah, obviously, obviously."
Yeah, that makes total sense. Who won?
Who wouldn't? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I didn't read too much into any of it. I never got the feeling that he was gonna like be staying.
Right, yeah, he was going to make it there at all. We all knew, like, he was... I mean, they showed him in the beginning of the episode for a reason.
Yeah,
he wasn't
come on.
He wasn't never going to be making it far. especially on the last episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like we need to finish this up before we get
tie
to
all the loose ends.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. She did say she regretted sending him home the first time.
Yeah,
which was like, you don't need to be saying this, like, and then especially right before, again, knowing that you're going to send him home again.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to feel if I was on the receiving end of that.
No, I mean, so she brings him to the rose ceremony. So, like, he took the place of Xavier, basically.
And the other guys had no idea.
Yeah, they didn't know. Xavier. They were expecting Xavier, who's no longer there. I just want to point out, like, when it showed Joey and Dotun standing next to each other, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. I've already said it to you, but, like, how tall is Dotun when he, like, makes... I feel like everyone on this show is supposed to be, like, tall, or at least all the guys. She, like... he towered over Joey, like, when they're standing there.
Yeah, it was wild. He was so much taller.
And then he obviously towers over Charity. Oh my gosh, that's a big man.
He is a very big boy.
But so I wrote down that she better not pick Aaron, because I felt like that would almost like be like a slap in the face to like whoever she would send home in place of Aaron.
Right, yeah, just to keep him around for a little bit more. Just
like, Aaron better win at that point, like, if she kept him.
Right, yeah.
No, I mean, nah.
That would not be very good.
She gives Joey a rose. Then she calls Aaron's name, but then she's like, "Oh, can I talk to you for a second?" I was like, "Okay, yes. This is how it should go.
This is how she ties it up."
And a solid breakup. She tells him that she's happy with the extra time that they got, but just still wasn't enough time to sort of catch up with the other relationships, I guess. It was pretty cordial. I mean,
yeah, well, they all had the same amount of time, so
yeah.
What she's saying is your time wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good.
Make better use of your time.
Aaron, I felt like, handled it well. Like, I was almost expecting him to, like, get angry or, like, blame her and be like, "You let me, like, come all the way out here just to, like, dump me." But, like, no. Like,
you could have been petty with it.
He just said that she was worth the risk, and I don't know. I mean,
he was happy to put himself all out there.
Yeah, he said, like, a lot of times in the past relationships, he hasn't really taken those types of risks and wanted to do it this time. And so, I mean...
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Kudos, Aaron.
Yeah. Good attitude.
But she goes back and gives Dotun the rose. Not a surprise.
As expected.
We got a very, like, little short sit down with Aaron, with, like, in the hot seat with Jesse. And he didn't even get to talk to, like, Charity. He only got to talk with
yeah, that's right.
It was so quick. It was like a minute long.
Yeah, if I didn't write it down, I would have completely forgotten what he even talked about.
And he basically just said the same thing. Like, he said he was worried, about going back, if, like, he was get rejected right away, but he just said he wanted to take that risk. And
yeah, he said overall it was a good time.
Yeah,
he's happy with himself. And
that
then
was
announced.
Oh yeah, he's going to be in Bachelor in Paradise. So congrats, Aaron. I guess what's the next thing? Charity goes and speaks to her family before they meet the guys. She gets to sit down and talk to them, see them for the first time in a while. She gives them the heads up that she is in love with both of these final two guys, and Mom was a little bit uncomfortable hearing that.
That is right. Yeah, you definitely see some pushback from her mother.
Yeah,
and some tension fly out.
Like, her mom even said, like, made it seem like she's brought up like Charity's decisiveness, like that was like a
known issue.
Yeah, and yeah, no, it definitely was like very much highlighted throughout this episode, but
especially with the family.
Yeah, and like the mom is just like, you say that, but you can't, like, almost kind of saying like that can't be true. Like, what did she say? She said that you can't have them on the like same scale.
Right. Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, no, that's fair.
Or one's heavier than the other.
Even if you like, I guess I don't want to like say Charity's lying. I can believe that she loved both guys, but like
she has to put one.
She knew has to be more than like the other.
She knew Dalton was up there higher than Joey.
So then Joey meets the family first, and it really overall like went well.
Yeah, it went really well. He
talked with Charity's sister first, and he brought up the like interracial relationship aspect, and the sister was just like, that's not an issue as long as love is there. So,
yeah, and they like after he left, they seemed to like that he brought that up.
Yeah, they said like that was like a conversation that he did not even need to like address.
Right,
and
but
like he brought it up.
To.
He was the one that brought it up.
Yeah, he did super well.
Mom really seemed to like him. She asked if Charity had like opened up to him like fully, and he was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely."
Yeah. I mean, how would you know? But
yeah, that's good. That's a good point. How would you truly, especially in this amount of time? I
mean, But then Charity did say like she felt completely comfortable being her true self.
Yeah. They shared the same family values. Oh, dude, I love the dad's conversation.
I know. Yeah, that was the best part.
Here's like mom and sister asking like, what do you love about my daughter and like, or my sister, and like, how do you like know that this is like your person and stuff? And dad's just like, what's your favorite football team?
Yeah, let's talk about the.
This is the important stuff.
Let's talk about the Blue Jays for a second.
The Blue Jays. Which team didn't even? He said the Falcons.
Falcons, that's right.
That's Atlanta.
That is, Atlanta.
Isn't Joey from like born in Philly, lives in Hawaii? Or wait, was that?
That was the dad's.
Oh, okay. Dude, I'm getting so confused.
I know.
I don't know football well enough.
Yeah, I don't know baseball at all.
Sports? What is that? But yeah, that pretty much wrapped it up. Joey and Charity had a good little conversation at the end. That goodbyes. They had very casual love yous that they said to each other. Like it was so like off the cuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that.
And like like as he's like walking away, Charity's like, "Oh, love you," and he's just like, "Love you too." It's just like
just very casual.
Like
that's
they've done it 100 times. Yeah. Which I didn't know what to think of that. Was that good or bad?
Probably bad now.
Yeah, I guess bad now. She didn't mean it. She didn't put the I in front of the love you, which means if they don't put the I, then it's not meaningful. It's supposed to be I love you, not just
I know.
Love
Who
you.
loves you? Then they don't know.
Loves you. Someone loves you.
That is true. You could say that to anyone.
Then we cut back, and we get the first taste of something that Jesse had been bringing up about how we're going to be meeting the next Bachelor, which, I mean, come on, dude. There's only like one real option here. But then the little other surprise is like, oh, someone in the audience is going to be dating Joey.
I know, yeah.
And
they kept making it like weirder. Like it could be anyone. It could in the audience, and it could even be outside the audience.
Yeah, and like the first one they interview, is it Leia? I don't know, dude. She's from Hawaii.
Leia, yeah.
She was very nervous. Like
she was, yes.
She's from Hawaii.
From Hawaii.
Which she says really like complimented Hawaii, but she said
dating is
hard because it's just a rock.
Just a rock.
It's just a rock.
Can't date on rocks.
Can't date on rocks, no.
And then she said she's in New York now.
Wait, is that where she is?
Yeah, she said she's in New York now.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't follow. There's so
Apparently
many weird characters.
I'm her number one fan. I know all this already, apparently.
Dude, you were paying... Good job. Brownie points for you. It
was only because she was attractive, that's why.
Yeah. Pre-girl on screen. I need to listen to what she says.
Let me listen, just in case.
Yeah, maybe she'll make it far, get dumped, and she'll be the next Bachelorette, and you can get on her season.
That would be good.
Let's see. Then we go back to the Charity, talking with her family. She says that she hopes her family will help give her more clarity. It's like very like subtle ways of saying, please just help me choose.
Please pick for me.
For me, please. I can't
just pick
do this.
One.
Then we get Dotton meeting the family. Mom gets to talk with him first and sort of asking him similar questions, like, how do you know that you love Charity? That type of question like that.
And I thought he also did a really good job. He had a
very
on answering all those.
Well thought out answer. But Mom took it a little bit different. She said like his way he spoke, his swag
she didn't say swag.
Familiar, which I'm assuming was like reference to like Charity's exes, same type of vibe, which is like that was a little bit surprising because I don't know, I never really perceived Dotton as like. Do you think that Dotton has swag? I don't know. How many times can we say swag? That's the word of the day. Yeah,
I think he has some swag.
I think he does too, but not like straight up player swag,
Yeah, not to that degree.
No, not like
he has nice boy swag.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But when Charity talked to her mom, and her mom kind of told her that, like that, it was a little bit different than meeting Joey, and Dotton was a little bit. Did she say to Charity like he reminds me of like your ex, or I don't know if she straight up.
Yeah,
said
I don't
that.
think no, she didn't get that specific, but I forget if she even told her.
I mean, she was a little bit more critical of
Dotton,
him.
definitely. Yeah, she didn't have anything negative to say about Joey. It was pretty much only Dotton.
Charity was very shook up though, like when Mom brings that up, which kind of like makes again reaffirmed my thought of like, despite how much you are like saying you don't know, you have subconsciously kind of at least know like it's Dotton, because otherwise you wouldn't be hurt to that level or like fighting back on it so hard.
True, yeah. You'd be more accepting because that's what you did ask for. That's what you did ask for. Plus, then why would you go and want someone who your family wanted the opposite of?
Yeah.
Why would she? She didn't really like give Joey another chance after that. She pretty much made up her mind after the family visits.
Yeah. I mean, like it seemed like she had a very good relationship with Joey, but like I don't know if she was really searching for something from her family. I mean, especially her mom, that would give her like, she made it seem like she almost wanted her family to like decide for her, but it was probably more so just like say something nice about Dotton that like makes me feel confident picking him.
I felt that as well. I think she had her mind made up and she was just looking for her family to accept Dotton.
To like validate it.
Yeah.
Like she had a weird conversation with her sister where like her sister said like, seeing you with Joey, you glow, and the like PDA is there, and then seeing you with Dotton, you're just constantly laughing. but somehow it was like made into this like weird like bad thing. Like one of those isn't good.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it seemed both good to me. You just said two good things.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a little bit different, but like I'm not really sure what she was trying to get at. And the sister like pulled the Xavier line where she's like, I need to see more. Like, I need to see more of Don. But
whose show do you think this is?
But
Don's Charities, not you.
Yeah. Get your mitts off of him. Yeah, no, Charity was like, she was very, very upset, to put it like lightly, of like, when she gets to talking with her family again, she wants to hear really what her mom thinks, but the mom like refuses. Like, I'm not going to compare them. I'm not going to.
I mean, the sister gives kind of a BS answer, kind of praising both the guys.
She praised both.
Yeah, she doesn't choose. And then the mom just says, yeah, I'm not even going to do this.
You know, like, they're both good choices. I think she said that.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you know, I'm not going to compare them. I'm not going to say names, you know, and, like, give specific opinions on, like, whatever. And
that's
Charity
for you
was
to
like,
decide.
Yeah, Charity was, like really angry at that.
And then she, like, took her outside.
Yeah.
To talk with her.
Yeah. And they like, talk outside. And, like, Charity says, like, I need your help because I really don't fucking know, like, what I'm going to do. And the mom is just like, if you don't know, then you can't decide.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You shouldn't choose. And Charity's like, well, that's what I'm going to do then. That's fine. That's what I'm going to do.
Storms off.
That was, like, probably the, like, low light of Charity. That episode was, like, a little bit of a childish display.
Yeah, not the best look.
But she's emotional. But yeah, I mean, it was just like, what was she truly searching for in that situation? I mean, like, getting the, like, validation from family is important. But let me ask you this. Let me ask Vic this question.
All right, I'm ready.
If you did bring someone home to meet your family, someone who you really like, and they didn't approve, like, let's straight up say they like didn't like them, to like what degree would you take that?
No, that would be pretty hard.
Would you just be like, you know, I trust my family, whatever they say, they know me, they're right, I can't do this? Or would you be like, well, I'm an individual, I can make my own decisions?
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I'd make my own, like, what I think is the best. I wouldn't let anyone choose for me, but I definitely take that into consideration. That as like good advice to at least consider.
So if let's say you were in Charity's position where you have two that you both really like,
and the family approves of one more.
Family approves of one more, and let's say it's the one that you are probably not as into. I guess that's fair to say.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah.
That would be tough.
Because at that point, you are going against what your family said. But I feel like that's where your own judgment and decision-making needs to come into play.
You should definitely make that decision based on what you want.
Like, you know, neither of you or your family has known this new guy for all that long. Yeah, but your family's met him for like an hour.
Yeah, they're just getting the first impression.
Yeah. You have at least known him for a few weeks, which
at least 2 hours.
At least 2 hours altogether. But no, I mean, it's still not a lot of time, but you technically still have to like know them a little bit better. Yeah, you have more
knowledge on them.
But I really respect the mom though, like saying like, you know, she says like, if I say specific stuff about either of them, that I don't want to influence you or like guide you to a decision, because then I'll have to like own up to that later on, regardless of what happens. You know, and basically saying like, if it doesn't work, she's worried like Charity would be like, oh, Mom, you told me to do this. And like, yeah.
You chose this for me.
I have a lot of respect for the mom for like sort of,
that was definitely their correct
she
choice.
was very supportive of her. I think regardless of what she was saying, she came off as still very supportive. Like she had her daughter's back.
Yeah, she reassured her that her decision was the correct one as long as she felt it was true.
Yeah, as long as she
knew
makes it.
Yeah.
So then we get the final short little date with Joey. They get to have like wine,
little champagne.
Yeah, champagne and wine, not in the drink but as in they get a wine about stuff like that. Stupid joke. I'm sorry.
That was champagneful.
Oh, that was good. I actually like that. Joey brought up how he wanted to show Charity's family how much he loved her rather than just say it. I feel like he did a pretty good job with that. Like that's hard to judge though. I mean, I'm not the family. So.
Yeah, and we only get like the short snippets that they give us. They feed us.
Yeah, but they had a good moment. He gives her the poem from their date in, where was it, New Orleans?
New Orleans, yeah.
New Orleans.
It was kind of weird because I thought Charity would have that poem like already. So did he take it from her and then?
I bet, like, first of all, I bet he didn't even have. I bet like the production had it or something, or they like reprinted it or something and gave it to him and was like, oh, I should give this to her.
That's smart. Yeah, that's probably what happened. So it wasn't his idea then.
Yeah, it was not. He doesn't get the credit for it. It's hard to say. Who knows? He was so confident though, speaking. He was like, in a few days I'm gonna be engaged to Charity, and like tomorrow or like 2 days I'm going to be getting down on one knee and I'm going to propose, and I'm so excited for it. And I was like,
he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Don't tell Johnny.
What happened after that? Oh, then we get the official preview for Bachelor in Paradise, which it all happened so fast. I don't really even know. It's hard to. I remember the highlights. There was 4 previous Bachelorettes who were going to show up on the show.
Yeah, that is right.
There was who was it? Rachel, who was like one of the last Bachelorettes. Who else? All right, that's all I got. Hannah Brown, who like is probably considered one of the best or most fan favorite Bachelorettes from recent years. She was, I think, Bachelorette 2019, I think, like 4 years ago. Yeah, she was a very entertaining season. If you want to go watch another season, Vic, before like next, that's one I would recommend, is Hannah Brown's season of the Bachelorette. It's a wild ride.
All right, I'll watch like the whole recap, the 2-minute recap.
You watch the recaps. I honestly can't remember. We know Aaron's there. We know Braden's there.
Those 2 are definitely there. Some cat girl.
Some cat, cat, who I think was the one in the start, like making out with. I don't know who the guy was. I almost want to say it looked like someone from Charity season. He looked somewhat familiar.
Tanner.
I don't. It could be. I don't know.
Spencer, I think.
I think it was one that we didn't see a whole lot of, but I think it was someone from Charity season. But I think it was that dude, and I think it was Kat. They're the one that gets smashed by the wave.
Oh right, fun. Yeah.
What else? 4 former Bachelorettes. Medical emergency. Oh my gosh. What is this show becoming?
I know. That was very, very strange.
9 days. Let me just say 9 days. That is actually a long constipation. Time. Like, that can't be healthy. I mean, what is the average amount? Like once a day?
Seems reasonable. I feel like once a day or once every other day at least.
Yeah. I feel like if you go more than one day, you should be doing it soon. You got to get it out.
Yeah.
9 days, that actually does seem like dangerous, because like what is happening to your body?
I know. How can it hold that much food and waste?
When it's like, all right, we don't need to. We're not a medical podcast, and we're also not like a shit podcast. We don't need to go into that.
We're a fecal podcast.
Oh my gosh. Aside from that, they tell us it's going to start airing September 28th, a Thursday.
A Thursday, yeah.
Along with The Golden Bachelor on the same damn day.
And during the same time.
No. But seriously, what gives them the right to do this? You're not going to make that. Like every Thursday like a 3 to 4 hour long commitment. Fuck you. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry.
That is pretty wild. I'm writing my complaints.
Okay.
We urge you to write your complaints.
Tell him to change it. I don't know, like...
Tell Jesse.
Tell Jesse. Everyone tell Jesse. Because he has
the
control. Yeah. But dude, I mean, seriously, that is so much. I mean, Bachelor in Paradise, I'm pretty sure is a 2 hour long show. I think I read somewhere that the Golden Bachelor is only going to be 1 hour long episodes.
Okay, that's better.
So like one of them is probably going to air, and then the other one's just going to air like immediately after it. I would assume if that's how they would do it. But
yeah, that would make sense. I wonder what time they're going to be doing it. Midnight.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Gonna have to stay up all night.
Oh, that would suck. But I mean, what do you know about Paradise? Give me your current knowledge of it.
I think bachelors, they all go to like Paradise or something like that, and then they do like sexy times all the time, and then they all win or lose.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty accurate.
How many STDs they all have.
Wow.
How accurate is that?
I think that's spot on. I think I can't believe, like, when you tell me you haven't seen it, like, I wouldn't be able to tell.
Thank you. Yeah, I just kind of knew.
You're the expert.
I picked up on it.
It's just supposed to have our favorite people, or just like the high drama people, at least.
The most popular.
The popular
kids.
The popular kids make it onto Paradise. I don't know. I truly am trying to blank on who else like we saw there. Like
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron. We're so excited for him.
Yeah, I completely forget as well.
I mean, you probably...
Because I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. I mean, aside from people who have literally been on this season. So we saw Aaron. We saw the other Aaron, the man Aaron. We did see the man.
We did see the mom.
Braden. Who else? Was Tanner there? Tanner's probably... Yeah, Tanner hopefully he's there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited, but I immediately got exhausted when they said it's going to be like airing same day. That also means, dude, a month now with no content. Like, they're going to be airing at the same time, same days. We have another month and 1 week before we get anything.
That is true. Why not just air it now? Air one of them now?
Air one of them. I mean, yeah, Bachelor in Paradise has already been recorded, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
so, like, they could start airing it. I don't know.
Tell them to air it now. Release the tapes.
Release the tapes. We need the tapes. Okay, let's get back to who is next. Oh, Dotun, his final date with Charity. She kind of like posed the question. I feel like trying to be discreet about it. Of like, how do you think it went, Dotun, with meeting my family? And
he said only good things.
Yeah, no, he said it was only good. It seemed like he didn't have any idea
that it was worse.
His like mom was like suspicious or whatever. I mean, he said like her mom was had an eyebrow up all at the beginning, but by the end that she was accepting and cool. And then he also does a little sweet gesture of he called it a treasure hunt, but they literally didn't even get off the like couch or whatever they were sitting on, and he just pulled out all this cute stuff that
right,
he
yeah, with
showed
some
her.
leaves over it.
His immigration card.
The famous card that we've seen a couple of times now.
Yeah.
But we get to see it in person.
Yeah. What was the other? Oh, a locket with like baby photos or
Right,
like
yeah.
kid photos of both of them. That we haven't seen that before. I mean, we've seen like baby photos, but I guess he went the extra mile.
Put them in a gold
That
chain.
production went the extra mile and put it into a locket and gave it to him and told him to give it to her. I don't know, dude. I'm so skeptical of this show at this point.
I'm sure the main gifts are definitely like put together by the production team.
Yeah, yeah,
But he made the s'mores himself.
yeah. Which it didn't even look like they ate, and they did not use graham crackers. I don't know what the cookie or cracker was. It was unknown, but
Yeah, I think it was like saltines or
so
something.
Ritz.
Ritz cracker.
She mentioned to Daunton though, which she didn't do this with Joey, but she mentioned to Daunton that she is still like struggling and still has feelings for another person.
That is
that's
true,
there.
yeah.
It's just like, well, why bring that up?
Bring up like her doubt.
Yeah, and it put a little bit of fear and nerves into him because he said like, I pretty much haven't even been considering the fact that there's another person here up until she literally just said that.
Yeah, he was like on cloud 9, and then she just like kicked him off.
Cloud 0 now.
Cloud 0. Cloud
Maybe not
Joey.
cloud 0, but like maybe cloud like 6.5 after that. After that, I mean, final day of proposal and heartbreak.
That is true. Only one shall remain.
Charity talks to Jesse. Very, very emotional. Still made it seem like she was unsure or no, like whatever. But she said like, I'm super excited for what comes after this. So I don't know. I do still think, at this point, even before this, as much as she made it seem like she didn't know what she was doing, she knew.
Yeah, she had her final pick in mind.
Otherwise, like, I mean, what is she basing off of in that like last moment? So, a lot of suspense though of who's coming out, and I didn't tell you this going into the episode, but it has become a thing now that in the final episode, the first person to get out of the limo or car first is the one that gets eliminated.
Yeah, I kind of expected that.
Yeah, I mean, so even though I didn't say that, when we saw Joey get out of it,
we knew.
You seem to already know. I mean, I didn't need to tell you that. It even showed the like reactions of like people in the audience in the like bottom of the screen. Like,
I was curious about that because everyone was like seemed to already know what happened. Yeah,
and that probably gave it away. But yeah, I mean, future reference. Yeah, it's just so you know, it has become a thing that the first one out of the car is the one that gets broken up.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can't announce the winner before you announce the second place.
Oh my gosh, see, that would be so like, you like, have the happiest moment of your life where you like get engaged. You're like, hold on a second, I still have one. I have to break up with this person before we can. It's like,
Let me just break up with my boyfriend real quick.
Yeah, I mean, Joey comes out though super strong though, man. He gave a hell of a speech.
That is
true. Everyone gave like
a good speech.
Him and Don and Charity all gave. But he went on and he sort of went right into like the propose. He was getting down on one knee and she like pulled him back up.
Yeah, that was a rough
like,
moment.
And it was, oh my God, it was so like sweet at first because he was like, the first thing I think he said was like, "Oh, are you not ready yet?" I was like, he still doesn't know. But
it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, she had a lot of nice things to say for him. I think he eventually caught on as she was going, and very, very sad. Even almost brought a tear to my eye. It was very emotional. I felt for him.
Mm-hmm. It definitely was a somber moment.
It solidified his spot as our next Bachelor.
Bachelor. He gets a second chance.
he held it together pretty well in the moment. He only let a tear roll down at the very end. And then, even when they said their goodbyes, they said they'll always have love for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And she even said when, like, telling him, she says, like, I just have a stronger love with someone else, but I still love you. And it's just like, oh.
Yeah, way to
like,
put another nail in the coffin.
Intentions are there, obviously.
Yeah, it's good intentions, but just...
Come on.
Saying I don't love you enough.
Yeah, I don't.
Not as much as this person.
You're not as good.
You're not enough. Oh, no.
But, he even held it together when they said their goodbyes. He got into the car. He started to break down a little bit, but it really seemed like it was just more shock. He was saying, like, he had zero doubt that he was going to be
eliminated.
No, he had zero doubt that he was going to, like, get engaged.
Yeah.
And so, like, to get eliminated was just, came out of nowhere, man. Except for us, we all knew.
Yeah, we all knew. Nowhere for him.
So he got then the hot seat, sit down with Charity. Really, nothing again, but good things to say about each other.
Yeah, all just reassuring each other.
Very cordial, very just encouraging.
Positive, yeah. Good vibes.
They said they'll always have the love for each other and they wish each other the best. But
yeah, with him being the next Bachelor, they pretty much both won.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He still wins.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Then we get to the big moment. Goes back to Charity up on the I don't know what it's called where people get engaged. Is there an actual name for that? Not pedestal. I don't know why my mind went to pedestal, but
up on the hill.
Yeah, sure. Beside the mountain. Dotun shows up. Also another very good speech. And he did not go for the immediate go down on one knee.
Yeah, that was smart of
he
him.
paused. She let that pause sit for a second before she started speaking.
Mm-hmm. Then she also had a very good
she had a lot
monologue
of
that reassured him.
I said in the moment, though, like, if I was him, I would still be nervous because she was still crying when saying all this. So she cried when breaking up with Joey and also cried when, ultimately professing her love and choosing Dotun. But, like, until she said, like, you're someone I could love.
Yeah.
I'm going to love forever.
I know.
When he finally got the, like, smile on his face and the like nerves and doubt probably went away. And then we get the happy ending, though. He proposes neck level with her, like when he gets down on one knee.
When he was on one knee, they're the same height. He proposes. She slaps the ring.
She throws the ring, stomps on it, says, "No, I'm going to Aaron. Aaron, come back.
Aaron.
One more time, Aaron. I'll give you one more shot."
Third time's the charm.
And then Caleb came out and body slammed Dotun. And that's how it ended. No, she gave a very Bachelorette answer. There's a lot of it's a type of answer where she said a million times yes.
Yeah.
Where I kind of suspect I was going to be like, it's going to be another 1,000 times yes, because we've heard that one before. But
right. She wanted to mix it up.
She's like, no, 1,000,000.
I know.
A million.
That's like 1,000 times
yes.
more than 1,000.
Whoa. 1,000,000 times yes.
Whoa. She must really mean it.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see
We'll see.
We'll see in 3 months.
Oh man. I hope that they.
Yeah, no, they're definitely getting the ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If they stay together, I think for 2 years after the show, I think they get to keep their engagement rings, regardless of whether or not, like, even if they break up 5 years, like they can
a day later.
Yeah. But I think if you break up within 2 years, I think you have to give the rings back.
Right.
Yeah, they just got to hold on 2 years and they got it now.
Or escape the country with the ring.
Yeah. Fugitives stealing rings. Yeah, it was a very happy moment though. Very nice, very exciting. Both just, I don't know, constant smiles.
It was a very happy moment.
No, then we go back to the studio. Jesse tries to push another woman from the audience upon us, saying like, hey, maybe.
Who's this person?
Who's this girl right here? And what was her name? Annie, who was a consultant turned life coach.
Yes. Whoa.
What did I?
Yeah. What?
I mean, let's take a second here. What does a life coach mean to you?
Isn't that where you like figure out your future, like what you're planning to do like after high school? Isn't that like what they normally do?
Yeah. So like counselors or like teachers.
Teachers.
So,
Principals.
So if it's after high school, yeah. So it's just someone to like help you, coach you with life.
Yeah, for like a career thing.
But what does that mean? Yeah, is it career specific? Is it just in general? Because in general, it can, that's a therapist.
Yeah, pretty much. But
it sounds like that motivational speaker sounds like to me, they go very hand in hand. And it's like,
right.
What do you actually do?
And the fact that it's a certificate and not a degree.
Oh, yeah. I printed one out before I came over here. I'm now a certified life coach. Just go on Microsoft Word. You can become your own a certified life coach.
I know. Who's like in charge of the certifications of a life coach?
Google. Google Doc. My printer. As long as it's laminated.
Yeah, I know. As long as it's like fancy and hanging up on a wall behind you.
Why did he use like instead of 8x11 paper, he only had like postcard like size left? Yeah, I don't want to judge here, but I don't know what life coach means. Maybe I need a life coach.
Maybe we need life coaches. Any life coaches out there?
Reach out. We'd love to have you on the podcast. Tell us what you do, and we will. Yeah, we'll shout you out a little bit. We'll promote you. Unless you're horrible, unless you give horrible advice, in which case, still reach out to us because we'd like to experience that, but we won't be probably giving you good business.
We will not leave you a good review, okay?
Yeah. Then we get the sit down with Dotun and Charity. A little update. Are they still together? Are they still in love? And yeah, it's pretty, yes,
pretty
they
much,
are.
Yes.
How does Mom feel about Dotun now?
She seems pretty happy.
Yeah. She seems to have come around. She says she's gotten to know him better. What about marriage and babies? Babies?
Yeah, they said planning this year.
Yeah, they are currently pregnant now. Well, when it came to marriage or planning a wedding, they said
later or sooner
rather than later.
Sooner rather than later.
No babies right now, no wedding to speak of at the moment, but they
I want a child by at least 2024.
If they don't have one by the end of the year, which is not physically possible, I'm going to be disappointed.
They just need to try really hard.
just get some life coaching on how to do it.
Ask a life coach. Anything is possible.
Then we get two nice little gifts and announcement from ABC. First being they are going to fund or send Dotun and Charity on their honeymoon to Greece, which is somewhere that
Charity wanted
to go. I actually found that interesting. Like, I hadn't seen the Good Morning America interview that she had done. Like, but she answered a question that I actually did have, which was like, do you have any say in the matter of like where you travel? And she said like, not really.
No.
Like, named some. I like gave some places.
And the
I'd
fact
like
that
to
we
go
never
to.
went to Greece kind of tells that.
Yeah, because all the time they spend in Greece really shows. Well, first of all, yeah, they didn't even get to travel outside of the country until the final three, and it was all in Fiji.
That is true. Yeah, they never left.
Everything up until that point was all in the U.S., which is like a standard season. Like it's usually first couple weeks are in Los Angeles at the Bachelor Mansion. Then they usually travel to like one or two locations within the U.S., like cool places within the U.S. And then after that point, it's international, like other countries and stuff, and usually multiple. And then the final location is usually somewhere. But yeah, usually multiple, like international travel locations.
Yeah, and they only stayed in one.
Than the final three, so yeah, she got duped a little bit. But then
at least they gave her the Greece trip.
Yeah, that is like they kind of owe her that. I will say, yeah, they kind of owe her that because her season, first of all, super short, very quick. She had less men from the start. Not that it matters at this point. I'm sure she's happy with how things are.
As long as Dalton was in one.
Yeah, as long as Dalton's in it, it's probably all good. But yeah, like kind of very limited on the travel. First place they went to, Oceanside, dude. It's like, cool, you get to stay in California.
I know, yeah.
And then you go to Washington.
A 2-hour drive from where you were.
Yeah, like Oceanside, then Washington. Washington was cool, but probably rainy. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the best time to go.
And then New Orleans, and then...
I think that's it.
Oh, and then like the hometowns, I think.
Yeah, hometowns.
Yeah, but then Fiji. But yeah, that's it. Glad they're sending her to Greece. That's pretty cool. And then after Greece, I don't know if it's after or before, she's going to be on the next season of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, that's weird.
Do we cover that? I don't. Do we have the like obligation to cover that because she's gonna be on it?
Only her performances.
That is true. We could do that. We could potentially do that.
Exclusive charity updates.
Exclusive charity. Imagine she gets eliminated first week. All
well,
right.
That's
and it. Congratulations, charity. I'm just like imagining, dude, if I went on Dancing with the Stars. First of all,
you do pretty well.
Oh my gosh.
I need a couple of lessons, maybe.
Yeah, I could. No, I have absolutely no rhythm, and I'm not saying that trying to be like humble. I don't have any rhythm. Like I would embarrass myself, like to the point of like I would need to go to charity for her like therapy lessons after that because it would be so embarrassing. So like I can't believe I put myself through that and thought it was a good idea. Just to show the world how like uncoordinated I am in that area.
But it allows you to express yourself in like the purest form.
Yes. Oh man. Why can't I express myself?
Express yourself through song and dance.
Yeah. I love singing.
Yeah.
I can't sing worth a lick. But I know that I don't enjoy dancing and I can't do it, so I don't have a problem. I wish I could sing, but I don't wish I could dance.
That is true. No one cares about dancing.
No one cares. Who cares about dancing?
Yeah.
No. I wish her the best, though. I mean, maybe... Too bad Dalton doesn't get to go. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I want to see him dance.
I would love to see him dance. It would be... That would actually be very, like, cool. Just the fact that he's, like, 8 feet tall. It would be like watching, like, an 8-foot tall person dancing. Whoa. What a good analogy. And then we get our Bachelor announcement.
That's
surprise,
true.
Surprise.
It's Dalton.
Who you say? Yeah, it's Dalton.
He
immediately broke up with Charity and is now ready to be the next Bachelor. I mean, the only other name that they could have said was like Aaron or something, but the fact that they earlier said he's going to Paradise made me think like, okay, yeah, no,
it's Joe.
There's only one option.
It's Uncle Joe.
It's Uncle Joe coming on. He's taking Joey's place.
He's the real Joey.
What did you think of Joey's haircut?
It was I liked it better when he was in Fiji.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think I agree with you. I almost liked it when it was longer.
Yeah, they pretty much like buzzed it down.
It's still like the same style. It's
Yeah,
because it's still like the side part, like from one side. Like I think that your side part.
Yeah.
I don't know hair. Yeah, but it was still the same. He still looks good regardless.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a very good
you
looking man.
You would have to try hard to be ugly. Yeah.
Even if he shaved it off, I don't know. That's another look, but yeah, I feel like I'm partial to the like longer hair Joey. But I don't get a say in this. I don't get to date him. But Leia does.
Yes, she does.
It is announced who will be the.
And it was a very.
Also anticlimactic. Yeah. The fact that it kept panning to her literally every time they talked about it. It was like, I wonder who it's going to be. Like, unless it's like some random who you haven't highlighted yet, which I actually probably would have been happier with. Nothing against Leia. I'm sure she's great.
Just a little corny how they did it. Yeah. As if, that goes against the show.
Yeah, it's very fitting. It tracks.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The only thing I didn't believe is they made it seem like, and she has no idea that she's going to be on the show. Like, oh, really? Why was she there then?
I know.
When she said, like, I had to, like, I only got here on Friday. It's like, I wonder why they brought you out here. I wonder what their reasoning was behind it, what they told you. It's like, probably
you're gonna be on the show. And she did say that she knew 3 days before.
Well, she only knew that she was coming out there.
Oh, she didn't know she was on.
She didn't know that she was going to be going on it, which is I still don't believe that.
Yeah,
I still don't believe that. What did you think of their short little conversation her and Joey got at the end?
It was interesting.
It was sweet.
Yeah, there's some nice moments back and forth.
Yeah.
She seemed really nervous, and that kind of put it on Joey to kind of reassure her, take control of the conversation.
Like, come on, Joey, you've done this before. You're not allowed to be nervous. You have to man up. I mean, still public speaking. He hasn't gotten to because he wasn't at the tell-all with like an audience in front of him and stuff.
That is true. It was only cameras. No one else really in front of him.
Yeah. I wonder how long it takes to like stop caring or worrying about the cameras.
Probably never.
Never. Probably.
You're
probably at least always aware of them.
It's like in the back of your mind, but like, how comfortable are you?
Yeah, never.
Never.
No.
How good are you to mask it?
Yeah. I don't know if that's another thing where it's like, if I ever, where I get to fantasize right now, if I got on the show, I really don't know how I would fare, because I feel like there would be so many things that, even if the lead was interested in me, I feel like there's so many things that like I would shoot myself in the foot, or like just couldn't get past. Like the cameras would probably
freeze you up.
Yeah, make me freeze. Yeah. Just so uncomfortable to the point of like don't have much to say. I would be one of the people that like, even if I made it past the first week, I would just be one of the ones that doesn't get like any screen time type of thing. I would be like, who is someone this season who made it like far, but like we barely saw any of Tanner. Tanner,
definitely those guys.
But Tanner even at the end still got highlighted.
Sean got a lot.
Caleb, he didn't get a whole lot, but he still got some. But like Michael is like a perfect example. The boat guy. He should be lucky I'm remembering his name right now. Shout out Michael.
It's only because we made that connection. The boat guy.
Yeah. First day. Our first episode, labeling him as boat man, boat boy, boat guy.
Solidified him in the history.
Yeah, it actually helped me remember him. Congrats, Michael. You're welcome.
Keep boating.
I mean, how do we feel? Did we get our predictions right? I mean, at a certain point, I think we were both picking Dotun.
That is true.
Did we have did our choices differ at the beginning?
Yeah, I think I said Dotun, and then you said
and then I come no.
You said Joey, and I was like, ooh.
I remember first episode, I said Dotun. I think he's my pick for the next Bachelor.
That is true. Yeah.
I did say that, and I got pretty damn close.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was almost it. That was almost it.
I was actually short. He actually managed to win.
I know.
Yeah, I remember having him. I remember having Joey. I did have Braden, and I think in my top 4, like first couple weeks though, and
yeah, I did as well.
That did not work out.
That was not a good choice.
Oh, and John. John is so surprising. I don't know.
Yeah, I had Caleb.
You had Caleb. Yeah, that worked out so well. Aaron was like one that I eventually just had to give into. I think having him in like the final 4. Xavier. Yeah, no, I did not expect Xavier. I don't think first night.
Definitely not. No.
I saw through him. I saw his player vibes. No, but yeah, he picked up. Yeah, I feel I had Joey and Don from the beginning in my final 4. So
yeah, I had Don, not Joey though. I didn't believe.
You weren't a believer.
I was not a believer in Joey.
What are your final thoughts on this season?
Probably Don, I think.
Good answer to my question. Very fitting. Yeah, that made sense.
What were you gonna say?
Final thoughts on the season. This is the first full season of The Bachelor's last. Yeah. Sorry to announce this, but our podcast is officially over. Canceled. We'll only be one person, and I refuse to do it by myself. Even though I'm the one talking 99% of the time.
Well, those are fighting words.
A little bit of trouble in paradise on our side right now.
I think I'm editing out 99% of your
Why are you turning my mic off?
This is the Vic show now.
Vic. Big Vic energy going forward.
Vic.
That's what we want. The people need
He's
more
the silent,
Vic.
strong type.
They need the Vic going forward. You can't leave. You're not allowed. I won't allow it.
Vic is the cherry on top.
Cherry. All right.
Speaking of charity.
What are your final thoughts and opinions of your first official full season of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, Golden Bachelor, etc.
Yeah.
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 That's how I feel too. Yeah.
Yeah, it scratches that itch.
Better. Like what was your impression going into the show? I feel like it's a good way to start. What were your expectations? And also, how did you feel? Were you excited? Were you invested in early or no?
Definitely to the characters, to the guys, the characters.
This is all scripted.
I know.
It's all scripted.
To the writing, I think the writers did a really good job.
Writers very good, yeah.
No, I like the guys and their stories, and like how well they're able to riz it up.
Some of them have the riz. Some of them definitely do not have the riz.
I like judging their riz.
Because we're the best judge
I know.
of riz.
Well, you can kind of see it through the girl.
Oh,
you see it through the girl's
Even
lens.
if you don't have it, you can tell when someone else doesn't have it. Yeah. But we got it. Don't worry. We got it too.
They need to be good with the boys and good with the girls.
Yeah. You got to be good with everyone. That is true.
I think Don did it.
Don did
His riz was too big.
He got an A+ on that. Yeah, I mean, I guess feelings now compared to how they started, anything change? Do you like the show? I feel like it's a good question.
Yeah.
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 You'd watch it again?
Yeah, I'd watch you watch it.
I'll watch you make the podcast on a show that I didn't watch.
I'll watch you talk about it.
I feel pretty satisfied with this season as someone who does have experience with the show already. I'm
You are satisfied with this?
I am satisfied. I'm satisfied. It was satisfactory. I want to put it. No, there's better words to put for it. I feel like there's a lot of shows or a lot of seasons where, there's too much of one thing, not enough of the other. Like, I feel like this show had a very good balance of romance and the drama. And I don't feel like the drama wasn't overpowering, and I didn't feel
you
like
just say Braden.
Yeah, Braden. I didn't feel like any of it was super like toxic. I mean, I almost feel like that's a strong word, but like I don't think it was
I
toxic.
know what you're talking about.
Like there's been a lot of recent seasons where there's a lot of the drama is like just truly mean, people being mean and just toxic with each other, and it makes it like hard to watch, like in a bad way.
Right.
Like, this show is
cringe.
This show is a guilty pleasure show to the max. But I don't know. I don't feel guilty watching it. I'm talking about it on a podcast. I can't be that guilty about it.
I'm a little guilty.
I am very pleasured by it, though.
Yeah.
It's very pleasurable. But this season, I have a lot of high praise for Charity. I came into it having seen her on Zach's season of The Bachelor. She came off so clean, like respectable, mature, very like high character. Made me like think like, well, is that going to be an interesting season? She made it interesting.
Yeah.
Now I give credit a lot to her men. They showed up as well. They brought the heat, good and bad, as far as like romance and drama.
Right. Yeah.
They delivered
both good ways.
Yeah, both in good ways. I think this really actually has been probably one of my favorite seasons in a while, because again, I will reiterate that the drama was not frustrating to watch. Like, if Braden, who is like, again, probably the main source of drama this season,
definitely.
if he was around by the time of like fantasy suites, I would be like, okay, what are we doing here? But no, I feel like he didn't overstay his welcome, in my opinion. He was there long enough to
give it a chance, have it play out.
And to have that drama is entertaining. And it was funny.
It does mix things up. It gets guys on edge and makes them like truly become themselves.
He's such an interesting villain too, because I've almost come to the point where I don't really view him as a villain, as more so just like a
misguided.
This show is not for him.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely.
He's not.
This is not where he flourishes.
Which, saying that, I'll be very excited to see him in Bachelor in Paradise.
Maybe that's a show for him.
Yeah, maybe.
That's where he thrives.
Just the fact that you'll have options, I feel like.
Yeah, he does not seem like a one-stop shop.
Yeah, but he's going to have the other boys from this season showing up to
Aaron as well.
Yeah, Aaron's going to try to fuck with him. I got to be honest, no disrespect to Aaron. We're got nothing but praise at this point for everyone. I feel like that's what I'm trying to do.
Definitely.
I hope, wish them all the best. But I will say I'm more excited and interested to see Braden on Paradise than I am Aaron.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel the same. I mean, who isn't?
Yeah. But I also felt on the romance side of this season, there was a lot of good characters to get invested in. And also Charity did do a pretty good job of who's it gonna be. It was more so she wasn't really at the end. She wasn't really convincing us. She was trying more so trying to
play it up for the camera, for the whole suspense.
Almost for herself.
I
it's
know.
I
don't know.
But But early on, I mean, she had real potential people. I feel like that we could see, chemistry with, or at least what we perceived as chemistry. Then some of them go home early. I mean, we got John. He had a good, he was highlighted well in the first few episodes, only in good ways, and then he goes home early.
Yeah, and then he got booted.
Braden Came
Yeah,
he
same
got the
thing.
first impression rose,
And
very
the
strong
second.
comeback. Yeah, and an early date, and then got the rose from the date, and gets a rose, and like sustained multiple dramatic things with Adrian, Aaron, yeah, and then took him a while, but he got booted, and then you get invested in someone like Xavier, only to find out, oh,
He's a
shoot,
player.
yeah, like
He's
that
been
was
hiding in his past. He can't outrun the past.
wolf in sheep's clothing. Now, that's super judgmental.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing well too. Honestly, like, whatever. He owned up to his things at the men tell all. Oh, he's better than he did with
Right.
the initial conversation with Charity. But yeah, I think this season was a very satisfactory season. No, it was a very good season. I really enjoyed it. I feel like there was a lot to like about it.
I do agree.
Mainly Charity herself was very, very easy to root for. I feel like it's a good way to put it.
Definitely, yeah. She never like slipped up,
never made me like
made
frustrated.
anything
Like,
hater.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot to look forward to. Only a little over a month away.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do like I said last time. I'm gonna start living here. I'm just gonna sleep over, just watching nothing.
Bachelor 24/7.
Yeah,
Recaps.
potting, casting, beaning, spotting. We got everything.
I know. Yeah, we were on it all.
Well, final remarks about this season or just in general for the people. This is a podcast for the people.
We are for the people.
We are for the
by
people.
the people.
By the people, for the people. We say that. I don't know who else says that, but they're copying us.
Yeah, that's our thing.
Yeah, we're honest. We're
cool.
We're cool. The cool podcast.
We're charismatic.
We're
do funny.
have the Riz, yes.
Mm-hmm. To ourselves.
Yeah, we think it's funny.
That's all that matters.
I guess, is whether or not other people, that's to be determined still, I guess.
Yeah, that's still up for debate.
I very much enjoyed capping this season with you.
Definitely did. We did a good capstone, I mean.
Capstone.
Did a good capstone to this.
Yes.
This pretty cool season.
A soda cap on it. There's no one I'd rather do this with. Yeah, even though you have absolutely no knowledge of the show, there's no one I'd rather do this.
And you're the only one I can do this with.
Yeah, thank you. You are
the only one.
A person I could do it with.
You are one of the people.
You are a person.
You are the person.
Yes.
You're the man for the job.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear.
The job.
We do a little compliment fishing right here. Thank you for listening, joining us along this.
No, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you. I think they're trying to thank us, but we thank them. You're not allowed to thank us. We thank you.
Yeah, please hold your thanking.
It's been a wild journey with
it's sad it has to come to an end.
Yes, but we will be back.
We will rise from the ashes.
We will rise, just like a phoenix. This is the Phoenix podcast.
We're rebranding.
Yes. Well, to everyone except for
Aaron.
No. Everyone, including Aaron. We wish you the best of weeks, and we will, I guess, see you. Despite no show,
next
we're
week.
Still gonna be here. What are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna talk about?
Who knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Please write what we should talk about.
Please give us ideas. We are like Charity right now. We need your opinion on what we should talk about because we can't decide for ourselves.
We're incapable of deciding.
I think unless there's anything else, I think I would like to say your order has been taken by Jamie and
Vic.
Peace out.
Yeah.